Monday, the 3rd of August. The sun's shining. We've had some lovely summer days, haven't we, recently? And apparently, according to the weatherman, we've got some more good ones coming up this coming week. What's been going on in the sporting world since my last video blog back in July? Well, the mighty West Ham, the mighty Hammers, we managed to find 4 teams that were worse than us in the Premier League, which is remarkable, bearing in mind the way we played most of it. Liverpool, they went on and won the league, obviously, at Stroll. Well done to Arsenal. The other day, they won the FA Cup. Hamilton managed to win the British Grand Prix driving around on with a flat tyre, which probably says more about the state of motor racing than anything at the moment. And the cricket, yes, we won a good series against the West Indies, which was interesting to see. Sport always gives me a lot of great joy. I like a bit of sport, but you know what? Recently, I have to say it's been a bit anodyne, isn't it? I suppose is the term, and hasn't given me quite as much joy as it done in the past. Well, summer is here. It's the start of the end of the furlough scheme. I think there's a lot we've got to get our heads sorted and get our heads around. And you know, I think this summer it's definitely a time to start looking forward. Well, as I said, it's the 3rd of August, and that means one certainty is it's the beginning of the end of the furlough scheme, which means a lot of our clients, and in fact many of you yourselves, may be having to sit down and make some very tough decisions going forward. And you know, our clients are going to look to us for that help and support, especially in these very uncertain times coming ahead of us. And there are uncertain times ahead of us. But the one thing that is certain is that clients will look to us. They will look to us for the support to help them to keep their business intact, and for some of them maybe for going forward, because maybe they are doing well in this period. But for an awful lot of them, it's been a big struggle, isn't it? And they'll be looking to us for that help. They'll be looking to us to bring certainties in a world that at the moment economically is very uncertain. And one thing I do know, one thing that is most definitely certain, is that there's a huge amount coming up that is going to affect every single one of our clients and every single one of us as accountants in practice. I'm just going to run through a few things that we all are going to have to get our heads around and really spend time getting to grips with, getting to understand, so that we're going to be there to help our clients who are virtually all going to be affected by these things. First thing, as I say, in no particular order, possibly the worst piece of drafted legislation I've seen for a long time, the domestic reverse charge for VAT. It's been postponed, yes, we know, but it is coming. It is coming. We need to get our heads round it. We need to, really begin to understand it, because we've all going to have huge numbers of clients that are going to be affected by the domestic reverse charge for VAT. So that's one, to get it on your list of things to learn, to get to understand, to book in your courses, etc., to get on top of that one. Okay, I'm going to throw another one into the mix. It's an old favourite, and it's coming back. We've had outputs from the government about it. MTD, it is not going away. It is going to be coming. We've seen during this pandemic, we've seen, in my humble opinion, the revenue showing their true colours, how they're looking to go direct. We're seeing that MTD will not go away. They believe it is the future, and no doubt it is. Let's not get anything wrong. But we need to get our heads around it. We need to understand which clients it's going to be impacting. And let's not listen to the rhetoric about the VAT being such a wonderful success for MTD, because we all know VAT was if anything, was the easiest of the ones to do. But MTD, it's coming, and it is not going to go away. What else have we got coming up? Let me have a look at my list up here. We've got HMRC themselves. Yeah, HMRC themselves. They're doing a bit of inward looking. They're looking at themselves, and they're trying to think, how they're going to be the department that the government is going to be looking for to say, look, we're going to need to staunch the flow of this outgoing. We're going to need to turn away from being a giving away department and start getting back to their day job, as it were. So I think we all better be prepared. We better start thinking that this newfound cuddly HMRC that's there handing out money and largesse everywhere, they're going to start changing, aren't they? And they're going to start, and they're going to turn and they're going to start looking and getting much more into our clients' affairs, especially with all the furlough claims. So, if your clients haven't kept decent enough records, haven't kept adequate records about these furlough claims, there could be major, major trouble ahead for them. These are things, that we've really got to start planning for and thinking on behalf of our clients. And I'm going to throw one more in, and it's not about politics, it's not. But let's not forget Brexit. It is coming. Most definitely is coming. And with it is a huge tranche of new legislation, masses and masses. In my inbox, because I get input from all over the place, it has, I would say in the last month or so, the output has been unbelievable. There's huge amounts of stuff being pushed out, all about Brexit, all about changes that are going to happen. It is going to come, we're going to find that's a huge amount of change for our clients, and they're going to be saying, where do I go to get help? And you know who they're going to come to? They're going to come to the likes of you and I. And then again, we're going to have another budget fairly soon, aren't we? A proper budget. And that's going to be really very, very interesting, isn't it? As we'll see how the summer, if anything, has affected what's happened with the pandemic. We'll see how the economy, is it bouncing back? Is it not? What's going on? So that's going to be a very, very interesting one. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the time now, more so than possibly any time in my career, when we have to lead from the front. This is the time where we have to invest in our own education, in keeping up to date, in spending that time in reading, in going to good courses, whether online or, obviously online at the moment, getting some good courses down, reading copiously, because these changes are coming. And when the changes are coming, the clients are going to look one place, and they're going to look to you. They're going to look to the likes of you and I, the ones they trust, they've trusted throughout this pandemic, and they're going to trust us to deliver when all these changes are coming about. So, you know what? We're not going to let them down, are we? So don't let yourself down. Spend the time making sure that you've got your own CPE, your CPD, call it whatever you want. But let's get on top of these future changes, because they are mind-numbing and they are huge. So here we are in the first week of August, and as far back as late February, it became apparent that things were not going particularly well. Lockdown hit, etc. The ICPA, we threw ourselves into doing as much as we possibly could to keep our members up to date, to give them the tools and the help that they needed to help sustain their clients and to keep their practices going throughout this. And that was the most obvious thing that the ICPA should do, and I think we did it remarkably well. And I know from the comments from clients, members, that they've been very appreciative of the work that we did. But even early on, it became apparent to me that this was going to be a huge problem, and lots of us are sadly going to lose clients throughout the coming months now, and that will make a strain on our own resources and on our own practices. And we were looking to say, look, what more can we do other than help? How can we help our members? And one of the things that we managed to do, and I'm really pleased that we've managed to do, is we did put together a great deal with Rhino Trades Insurance, whereby your clients who are in the building trade across the range, check it out, plumbers, carpenters, you name them, anything to do, tradespeople, can get absolutely stonkingly good insurance coverage at a superlative rate. Just check them out, have a look, go online, have a look at the social media output, have a look at the Trustpilot scores they're getting, and your clients can get a tremendous deal. All you've got to do is point them in the direction, and they will be able to get tremendous insurance coverage for themselves, and you will be able to earn commission. So, and that commission will continue. not just on the initial insurance, but throughout. Will continue every year as they renew. Now, to me, it's a no-brainer. We've all got clients in this sector, so check it out. Look up that benefit on the ICPA website if you can't remember. Rhino Trades, that will help your practice going forward all day long. But that's not all we've been doing. We've been working long and hard, and we've got great news. Literally just signed a new major deal with LexisNexis, and I'll be doing, fleshing that deal out in the coming month. So watch out for the magazine, which is coming out next month, and hopefully we'll be able to flesh a lot more of that particular thing. But a major new initiative with LexisNexis, which I think is going to help every single one of us again, and it will confirm that the ICPA, we're here for support. Of course we are, but support is not just in terms of education, etc. It's helping your practice. It's helping your practice raise, earn revenue and keeping you on top. And those of you who are ICPA members, I think go and check out that Rhino Trade Insurance deal again. Keep your eye on the emails with the new benefit that's coming your way. And if you're not an ICPA member, why on earth aren't you? During this pandemic, more so than ever, the term number one trusted advisor keeps coming to mind, as we've helped millions of clients with furlough claims, with self-employed grant claims, with grant claims from the council, with all manner of things. We've helped literally millions of people, and we are the number one trusted advisor. And with that, we have to remember how important communication is. Communication is key during periods of downtime. When clients need to talk to us, they need to talk to us. Now, when I say talk to us, I mean obviously we have to keep all avenues of communication open. Many clients are more than happy to deal with us via email, via Zoom meetings, WhatsApps, Skype, but lots of them still want to actually talk to you on the phone. We have to make all avenues of communication available to them to come to us. And we're in a unique position, aren't we? Because they're coming to us with questions about their business and about their staff and about the future. And they trust us. We're number one trusted advisor. And one of the reasons why they trust us is because they know that we actually care. And we can actually show how much we care by being, when we are in contact with our clients, we need to remember that, they are suffering, they are struggling maybe with personal matters and all the rest of it. And why, we should just throw in, we should be more cognizant of this fact, and not just having a simple, hope things are okay, take care of yourself on the end of everything, but actually ask how they're getting on personally. We've covered the business today, Fred. How are you getting on, mate? How are things in the family? You okay? They're not going to open up to us and have a huge, great diatribe and start talking to us about their intimate personal matters, but they will respect the fact that we have cared enough to actually inquire and talk to them. And sometimes they could talk to us about something that's gone on with their family that we actually can help with, and that will go a huge long way. Remember, during this period of time, as I say, when times are bad, communication is key. Keep all avenues of communication open, and remember that clients aren't just a row on a spreadsheet of a list of clients. They're not just an entry in the CRM. They are human, and just inquire after their health as well.